and let us all do we can to build a better future.
From a consumer advocacy and security perspective, I did feel it important to remind everybody. A great article in Crane Chicago Business about the issue of data security and your personal information. As I've pointed out on this show many times, we're dealing with all kinds of online security breaches. In fact, T-Mobile, we just reported on that yesterday. And people pay a lot of attention, are trying to pay a lot of attention to internet security. We're not always winning. We know what happens with ransomware and hackers, but it's also important to keep in mind that there's a lot of information on paper that often goes into the trash that can be used to steal your identity, to steal your funds, to cause a lot of problems for you. And I want you to understand and know that. One of the things that happens is people, you'll throw out paper bills. You might throw out you might actually be at home, you're working for your employer from home, and you're getting information and you're writing that information down. Many people do prefer to look at things on physical pieces of paper. And one of the problems with this is that this stuff is going into the trash. People are going through other people's trash to get this information, to steal identities, to open up unemployment claims. We know that's been a real problem. Open up credit cards. In some cases, take out health insurance. And that can be a real mess. If somebody takes out health insurance in your name and somehow or another your medical records get information that may, for example, list you as a drug seeker, which can make it very difficult for you to get medical care if you have to go to the emergency room. So one of the points that they're making here is that as you focus on online security, you have to keep in mind that anything on paper can also be used against you. One of the easiest things to do, of course, is to get a paper shredder. I have one, got it from Amazon. It was probably around $35. It works great. I only wish I'd gotten one of the models that would take on more sheets of paper, because if I'm trying to shred junk mail, it gets clogged. But also to keep in mind that some communities I know will have shredding events. Now, here in Chicago, we have aldermen who will bring out a shredding truck to local libraries.
Good.
And you can actually bring your paper there, and they'll do it for free. Another thing is I want to say like UPS stores, FedEx stores, they will oftentimes offer paper shredding services for a fee. You go in, it's a third-party service. You go in, the clerk will weigh your paper and your documents, and you pay, I think, for by ounce. The documents are then put into a locked case that the clerk does not have access to. There's a slot that they put that in, and then it's taken away by the third-party shredding company. They actually have the shredders on the trucks, so your stuff is securely shredded. Do that kind of stuff. I'm just reminding everybody right now, because it's so easy to get your head turned by the online stuff that you forget just how much is on paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just always double check what you have, and especially if you have relatives who are senior citizens, because I know a good number of senior citizens who keep a lot of their paperwork, and that has a lot of their private information. So it's always good to just find out, especially if they do pass away, to get that secured and settled with too.
I do. Every year I take a bunch of documents and I throw them in the washing machine out that roll. I'm just kidding. I don't do that.
Do not put your documents in a washing machine. That's not how it works.
It's like laundering your money.
It would be really fun to do. You shred up all those the documents and you get them in water. You clump them together, and then you have kindling for a fire. That's using the resources, not wasting them.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.